Hi, I'm Renee.
And I am Anthony.
Welcome to our Blue Soul Wisdom series. Today, we're going to talk about the soul. What is it? How does it connect and relate to our energy body? And what does knowing more about the soul, how can it help us in our everyday lives?
Ascended masters have told us how the soul becomes part of the energetic body and what happens to it when it decides to detach. But we like to give you some information as well so that you can get some ideas about what the soul is for you in your own lifetime.
So today, as always, we're going to bring forth the Ascended Masters that we channel, and we're going to have a chat with them about the soul.
I'm going to slowly take a deep breath. I'll slow my breath down to what is referred to as, I refer to it as an ujjayi breath, and I'll go into what is also called a theta brain state.
In this slower state of being, that silence, right, or that still point that exists in all of us, we are better able to connect to these other realms and these other dimensions in which we can hear our higher self speak.
When they do come through, they will refer to Renee as Gaia. She is literally the grounding cord, so I'm able to connect.
So Anthony's connecting to our guides now. He's going to bring forth the Ascended Masters, which is our prime team that we channel, and they speak collectively as one voice.
Hello. Always an honor and privilege to be in your presence, Gaia. Thank you for receiving us.
Thanks for being here. We thought today we might talk about the soul. What is the soul, and why is it useful for people to better understand their souls and how it connects to the energy body and everything else in our lives?
Okay, let's do so. The first thing we're going to say is this, and we like saying this all the time. Remember who you are. Who are you? Well, you are spirit first, which is made up of the soul. You're human second, which in a way is made up of the soul. And you are everything else third, which is also made up of the soul. A little bit of everything. But the most important part is to remember that you are spirit first, having an experience in this three-dimensional realm. Your soul has chosen to have this experience. But what's most important is that you have choices, you have free will. You can change the probability of what you're going to do in this lifetime anytime you want. You are great creators and manifestors of your own destinies.
So the soul decides to come back, incarnate if you like, and drop into this dimension, into this plane, and have a human experience.
Something like that, yes. The soul, your soul, is made up of an infinite amount of frequencies. There is a part of your soul, a frequency that's having an experience at this time. Not the entire soul, just a few frequencies, you might say, having an experience here within this earth realm.
So if our soul is made up of an infinite number of frequencies, then there's other aspects of our soul, right, and these other frequencies that are having an experience elsewhere.
Yes, of course. That's the quantum aspect of who you are as souls. You're not just human beings. You are other things as well. However, the most important thing is this. Because the soul is having an experience now, part of it, what you do here, how you experience yourself, will have a ripple effect into all of the different aspects of who you are. The more that you become enlightened here has a direct effect on the soul and all the aspects that you are. The more you light up, the more you light up all of the soul. It's like a Christmas tree. You want to light all the bulbs. They all want to be lit. Not just a few, not just the top, the bottom, or the middle. All of them.
What does that do exactly? Does that actually bring forth memories and imprints and ideas and aspects of all of what makes up the soul from lifetime to lifetime and bringing forth that knowledge and those experiences?
Yes. The more you light up, the more you're going to experience who you truly are in this lifetime. You could say that you start to understand the true blueprint, or as Magdala says, your authentic self in this lifetime. And the more you do this to you, you do it to all of the other aspects or yous of what you are. And when you do this, you are connected to everything. All of the ancestors that make you up, that you consist of, and all of the other beings that are around you get to experience it as well.
So, because we're interconnected to all things, the experiences we have a direct correlation to all the ancestors and the other vibrations that make us up, but also other energy forms too, right? Other living things, a bit like the butterfly effect.
Yes, that's correct. You must understand that when you start to, we'll say, ascend, or you become enlightened, you start to understand that everything here in this earth plane is connected and has a vibration. The more that you become of a higher, faster vibration, the more you will understand and be connected to all the trees and the leaves and the clouds and the ants, the bugs, the animals, because they too all have vibrations. You're all vibrating relatively the same. You just don't know it. But when you become higher vibrational beings, you start to realize that.
So you, as our guides, are kind of vibrating at a faster vibration, I guess you could say. And when that happens, you're lowering your frequency to match ours in order to come through and speak?
We don't necessarily lower the frequency. We just slow down the vibrational pattern, because within this vibrational pattern, it's slower. The frequencies are the same. The vibrational patterns are different. Again, we want to say there's no difference between us and you. We're all the same. But just because you reside in this vibration doesn't mean that you are any worse than we are. It's just a different vibration.
So you step into the auric field, and the auric field and the energy body makes up the soul.
What makes up the soul is this. This is not easy to understand. There are no souls that are older and wiser. There are no new souls and old souls. They are all the same. They are infinite. There's no beginning and no end. We know that we told you in the beginning, when we started coming through to you, that some were considered old souls and new souls, but it really doesn't work that way. We wanted you to understand this on a linear perspective. But what is true is this. You are all a part of Source energy, God energy, universal consciousness energy, Christ consciousness, and you always have been. You're just rediscovering it again as you reincarnate again into this vibration.
And what happens to the soul after the physical body dies?
This you refer to as a physical body, and it does appear to be physical, and we know that. But we know also that this physicality is nothing more than energy. These are perceptions of who you are, and we know that that's difficult to understand also. But the physical body doesn't die. Not really. It just goes back to what you refer to as an energetic grid that is a part of the earth plane. These are memories of who you are. The soul itself simply detaches and goes back to source energy, or wherever it decides to go.
So it goes back to the universal consciousness and all that is.
Yes, it does. You are having a experience that is individualized as the soul, but at the same time is functioning as one for all unity as well. Isn't that amazing?
It is pretty amazing.
What you do for you do for the all. That is why we will always tell you, because this is a perception and an experience, have the best and the highest experience that you can, because what you do here, you do for every soul and for all beings everywhere. And that is truly the connection that you are. And that's beautiful.
It is indeed.
So the soul is infinite, as source energy is. If we were to tell you that we know source energy, then we would be lying to you, because we don't know it. We don't understand it. But what we do know is that it is of pure love, and that you as human beings are of pure love energy as well.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for receiving us. We will come back again and speak more about other topics if you choose.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you.
We will step back. We will lower our energy so that Anthony's soul may shine a little bit brighter. Thank you for receiving us. And as we say before we take leave, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Hari Om, peace, love, and grace be with you all. And take these qualities and aspects of who you are and share them with others. And this is how you start to resonate as one.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So our guides are going to step back now and unplug, if you like, from Anthony's grid, his energy grid, his energy body, his auric field, and allow more of Anthony's soul to come forth and shine, and really come back to the here and now and grace us with his presence once again. You back?
I am back, yes.
Thanks so much for joining us today for discussing the soul and all its parts.
We look forward to seeing you again.
Thanks so much and have a great day.
Bye-bye now.